today are talking about discussing
Your fake news. No, 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 your fake news.
A set of rules that is determined by the behavior of the members of society. Or in other words, this. The behavior of the members of society determines what the rules of society is or are. In other words, as the rules of society is one thing that is this is, and then the rules of society is more than one thing that is this are. So you'll say this. The rules of a society are enforced and made normal by the behavior of the members of society. That is to say, the behavior of the members of society that is repeated over and over and over again. And then on the other hand, which is the same hand, or you could say this, a coin, or the other side of the same coin, which is this, a set of rules, a society, and that is this, one thing, multiple things, many rules. And then there's this, the first rule of society is this, that every rule that is, or that makes up a society is this, behavior that is repeated over and over and over again. Otherwise, it's not a rule. If you have a rule and it is not enacted or acted upon or behaved according to, whether agreed with or not, then that rule is no rule. That rule is nothing, as in that no thing. So you can have a rule, and then you can have a set of rules. Or then you can have a set of rules that is a society, and that equals the behavior of the members of society. That is repeated over and over and over again. Okay, so let's talk about this now. Definitions, meanings, implications of things. And this is all. We've written about this in our book. This is a Christian book. And you can go ahead and pick up this book. Now it's a hashtag. This is a Christian book. And you'll find that on the internet, the Christian internet. Or in other words, the Christian industrial human social media PDO complex slash sandwich board. You can find it on there. You just go ahead and hashtag this THIS and then this IS and then this A and then this CHRISTIAN and then the following letters BOOK, and that spells hashtag this is a Christian book. This is the book on society, and we've read the book on society, and this is how society operates. Definitions, meanings, implications of things. But every member of society has a job to do, and that job is making a society stay the same, or in other words, making society, or in other words, behaving society, or in other words, doing society, acting society, as a society is a set of rules. And that means this, society equals a set of rules. But you can't have rules, friends, unless we've all received seen, we've already agreed upon. And again, you can't have these rules, friends, unless we've already seen, we've already agreed upon that this following. Society is or equals the behavior of the members of society. That is to say, the behavior of the members of society that is repeated over and over and over again. Now, are we starting to see a pattern here? Are we starting to see something here that we can call a pattern? Yes, we are. We're starting to see this pattern here, and it's called society. Society is a pattern, friends. Society is a pattern of repeated behavior. Now, if you're talking about certain kinds of society, you're talking about society that is this thing or that one or this one over here or this one according to these definitions or that definition. Or you can even have a society that's based on this behavior that is repeated over and over and over again according to definitions that are the opposite of the definitions that you're going to want to agree with. So on the one hand, you'll have society that is made up of these things, a set of rules, or this thing, a set of rules, or these things, behaviors, or these things, repeated behaviors, and that is to say behaviors that are repeated over and 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 over again. And you can just go ahead and add one more over again if you want to, because it's always going to take place, friends. It's called society. Let's go ahead and get a spelling on that. Hashtag SOCIETY, and that spells this. Hashtag society. Or in other words, you can say this. Hashtag a set of rules. Or in other words, this. Hashtag this. The behavior of the members of the society that is repeated over and over and over again. Okay, let's get back to the jobs that the members of society will need to complete. And by the way, let's go ahead and talk about the sponsor tonight for our program, this informational segment that we have tonight, and it's this, the Forbidden Truth according to King James. Well, let's go ahead and say this again, that the Forbidden Truth according to King James is designed to be read as a story. It is containing the 66 books which are contained in the King James Bible. Although the Forbidden Truth according to King James is not the King James Bible, friends, it is a book which contains the 66 books which are contained in the King James Bible. And also it can be used to familiarize yourself. Let's go ahead and get a repeat on that, please. We want to make sure this is clear to our audience. And this book, that is to say, the Forbidden Truth according to King James, can be used to familiarize yourself, or to help yourself become familiarized with the language that is in the King James Bible. It can be used as a study guide, or it can be read as a story. And that is once more this, hashtag the Forbidden Truth according to King James. And let's go ahead and get a spelling on that. This one here, that is according with a 1K and not a 2 C's. So in other words, this, AKORDING, like this. The Forbidden Truth according with a 1K and not 2 C's, like this, AKORDING, and then this, to King James. And now back to the program. The Forbidden Truth according to King James. Now, this book is designed to be an introduction to the King James language and to familiarize yourself with the 66 books which are contained in the King James Bible. It is to be read as a story or can be used as a study guide. The Forbidden Truth according to King James. That's according with 1K and not 2 C's. It's again the Forbidden Truth according to King James. According to King James. You can get this book on Amazon.